Alright, I'm going to do a quick little tutorial here on how to diagnose and replace a fuel pump. Okay, so you think you don't have fuel. First thing you want to do is come to your fuel filter here. This one that says 10 on the top. It's actually 12 millimeter. Get yourself a rag and just crack this loose. And about this point you should have gasoline flowing down both sides of this fuel filter. Go ahead, tighten it back up, turn your car on, turn your car back off, leave it on for 20-30 seconds, come back out here again, crack it loose again, still no gas, definitely you either have a fuel pump or a relay problem. Alright, we're going to need to remove the center console from here back. It's going to be one screw on each side right there, one screw down here, and then on each side in the back here, way down there. Each of the side panels is going to be contained by 4 screws, 1, 2, 1, 2, and then on the side here, there's going to be a clip at each of these points that you're going to have to pull out. This center panel just secured with a bunch of clips. Should be able to pop that back in with one hand, I think. So that one you just kind of pull out. Move the bins piece. In each bin there's going to be 2 screws. That one has 2 screws as well. Then there's going to be 1 screw like this on each side. There's also several pushing clips that you'll have to pull those out. That's the only way you can get those to come out. Alright, after you get the bins out of the way, there's 4 screws. 1, 2, 3, and 4. Remove those and that will allow you to get the access cover off to get down to the fuel pump. You've gotten this cover off. You need to come in here and disconnect this power wire. Okay, it's going to be a little bit more difficult than that. I already had the power wire loose. Just to make sure there's actually power going to this fuel pump before we pull the whole thing out. The thinner side of this connector in here is the positive side. The thicker side is the negative. Go ahead and put your digital multimeter or analog multimeter like mine on those prongs. Set it to whatever you need to set it to be able to test for 12 volts DC. Now we have it set on. We just turn the car on to the on position. When you hit the on position, you should jump up to 12 volts, and it's supposed to go back down. Basically, it's just giving the system a quick prime, and then when you go to start it, it'll turn the fuel pump back on, and then the ECU controls it as necessary. So as long as you get that 12 volt blip, everything's fine. You got 12 volts to your fuel pump. You might want to pull it and check it. This clamp from this hose, pull it off. Then remove the nuts going all the way around, and that will give you access to your fuel pump. 17 millimeter right here off. There is going to be a washer, possibly 2, that you're going to have to keep track of. Make sure they go back in. You really should replace them if you can. Just go ahead and lift your fuel pump out. There will be a fuel sock on the end. Be careful not to knock it off. Mine's already off because I already took this out to diagnose that it was a bad fuel pump, and the sock fell off as it was out of the car. New fuel pump. Just disconnect this power wire here. Remove the clamps from the hose, and this end should pretty much just slide out. The piece here is a lock that's going to prevent you from disconnecting it. You need to slide this lock off. Make sure you put it back on when you're done. The last thing you want is this coming loose inside your fuel tank, somehow connecting to some metal. Spark, boom, just not pleasurable. Gone ahead and I've unboxed my new fuel filter here. I got the CarQuest from Advanced Auto Parts. Personally, I think these are crap. $75 for this, and they give me this crap. So I'm going to reuse my original connectors, even though they are kind of corroded. These provide a way far more secure connection, in my opinion, than these two. So that's why I am choosing to reuse mine. These may work just fine. They really might, but I personally do not believe they do. So that's why I am going to continue to use my old ones, which will probably come back to bite me in a few years as they rot off. But we'll see. For now, I know it's going to make a secure connection. So as you can see, I've gone ahead and I've put my clamps on here. I've put my new piece of hose on. I've attached my little black rubber piece on the end as such. Now it's just a matter of slipping this on the hose, putting the clamp on it, connecting the electrical connector. Now you just want to make sure that when you put this fuel pump in, that it's pushing the little rubber piece on. It's got to make sure there's some pressure there. Okay, installed on here now. The hose clamps are on there. Getting this hose clamp on was not the easiest. Do it with the pump rotated out. Makes it a lot easier. My last step here is just to put this little piece back on. And like I said, his job is just to make sure that this wire does not come loose. So just make sure to put him in and you'll have maximum safety. Rubber boots on, you gotta clip the fuel sock in. There's a little circle right here where the little clip goes, and then obviously this filter sock goes here. And we're ready to install. It's just the opposite of removal. Just drop the new pump and the attachment and everything in there, connect it all back up, put all your pieces back together, and you're done. Test it out.